Hey everyone, today we're going to be making some of the easiest biscuits that there is to make. They are so tender and light, and it only takes 2 ingredients. I know. You really need to try to use white lily self-rising flour, okay? Self-rising, and then heavy whipping cream. So I'm making a double batch because, well, there's just a lot of us. But the main recipe calls for 1 3/4 cup of the flour and 1 cup of the cream. So I've doubled that, and I've got 3 1/2 cups of flour and 2 cups of cream. So here's my flour, here's my cream. I'll probably get in there with my hands here in just a minute anyway, but I like to just start off with a spoon. And I just make my little well in there, pour my cream in there, and then that way I just kind of start mixing it all up toward the center there. And it'll be a little sticky when we get done here, but that's all right. We'll put some more flour out on the counter here and get this kneaded up. You don't have to knead it very much either. You don't want to knead it a lot. That brings out the gluten in your biscuit and then gets chewy on you. You want light and fluffy is what you want. I'm just going to take my same flour here, self-rising flour. Then you don't want it globbed up there. Just, rake it out like that. Okay, kind of mash that into a ball. Now you get in there with your hands, and it's just like working with Play-Doh almost. I just like to do this over my bowl so I don't get all that extra flour in there. And I'm just going to put some flour on my hands so that it don't stick to me real bad. And just kind of mash this stuff up. Fold it over. Mash it down a little bit. You don't want to do this too much, just a couple of times. That's all you're going to need. I'm going to pat it out. And then about to 1 inch is what you want. No sense in rolling this out. It forms so well, you don't have to roll it out. Now listen, you make your biscuits however tall you want to make them. But I feed a herd, so I try to make mine go a little bit further. So I make mine a little bit shorter. Makes them feel like they're getting just as much, but it might make an extra biscuit or 2. All right, now I've got the medium-sized biscuit ring here. Again, you can use the large one if you want to. Just gonna go down. Oh, I forgot to put some flour in there. And put a little flour on you. Flour around through there so it won't stick so bad. Get them as close as you can so you don't have to knead this flour no more, or this dough no more than you have to get all your biscuits out. And if they ain't perfectly round, I bet your family will still eat them. I've never had any of my crew say, "Oh, I can't eat that biscuit because it's got a straight side on it. It's not perfectly round." I promise you they're not going to do that. And if they do, they don't need your dadgum biscuit anyway. Tell them to go eat some toast. All right, and then you take what dough you got left here, and I'll grab that other little piece that I left off last time. Squish it all up. This is a good way to take out your anger too. If you're mad, man, go make you some biscuits. You can just punch them things. And this one here, I just like to do crazy things when I have a little bit left over. Do whatever you want to do. Make a little donut out of mine. So I'm telling y'all, this is like playing with Play-Doh. Get there. Donut biscuit. All right. Now I got my oven on. It's already preheated to 500 degrees. And I'm gonna slide this right into the oven. 8 minutes at 500. And my little donut, it even turned out pretty good. Beautiful biscuits, and I mean they are just like they're so flaky. You know, they just open themselves up.